Hi there guys, I'm Himesh, welcome back to the channel. So I thought I'd check in with you guys after 1,533 miles and over about a month after driving my Q4 e-tron and let you know how I'm getting on. So let's get into the video. So I needed to start the video by saying I absolutely adore this car. It's hands down the best car I've ever owned. And no, I don't own it per se, but it's mine because it's my company car. But it's just there's so many things that I love about this car. Now, first things first is I still turn around and look at the car when I park it. Now that's a sign that you bought the right car. The color in the sun, it just looks amazing. It looks obviously completely different to when it's raining. And yeah, the car is still dirty, but I wanted to show you guys it still looks clean, even though it's dirty, if you see what I mean.
Now, whilst this is classed as a mid-size car, I'm 6'2" and I'm sitting comfortably, and there's plenty of space behind myself for me to sit there.
Now, I'm loving the Sonos speakers. I would put in a clip, but I don't want to go against any copyright infringements, and eventually I would like to think I'll be able to monetize this channel. So I won't put it in, but just know that they're good. With regards to the charging and the range, Audi say you're going to get about 290 miles. Now, in reality, I've got between 200 and 250 miles, which, all things considered, isn't bad and isn't great. It's obviously rank average, but that's down to my driving style. Now, in the A4 video up here, you can see that I like to drive economically. Now, I probably definitely could get a lot more if I drove more economically, but I'm still in the new car phase and I'm still hooning the hell out of the car. Now, it's kind of transformed me back into my 17-year-old self, where you just boot your car and don't really fear the ramifications and the repercussions. Now, obviously I'm doing it within confines of the law and I'm not saying do otherwise, of course, but the instant torque and the acceleration just makes you want to push it and push it and push it. And obviously, being rear-wheel drive, it's been a bit wet. Turn the traction control off just to see what happens, but as we know, with Audi you can never turn the traction control fully off, so you can get a little bit of a drift out of it, but I mean, you're never going to be able to do donuts, put it that way. Now, it's cost me around about £90 a month to fully charge the car for the 1,400 or so miles. Now, that's at an energy rate of 17.72 pence per kilowatt hour. Now, at the end of next month, that's going to go up to near enough 28 pence, so it's probably going to cost me around about £150, which is what I was spending on average a month on diesel at the £1.40, £1.35 mark. Now, as we've seen in the pumps, it's gone to about 160, 162, so it's definitely going to cost me a lot less to run this electric car in the long run. One thing that is working against me, however, with regards to the charging and the costing, is obviously when you go to a petrol station, you put in how much you need and you pay for it there and then. Now, obviously, when you charge it up at home, it goes through on the quarterly statement or your monthly statement or whatever. And I just need to get my head around the concept of you charge it and you still have to pay for it. Now, that's going to sound completely stupid. I know I'm not stupid, but you're just going to have to get your head around that concept, and that's one of the things I need to do. Whilst this is slightly irrelevant, the ability, or should I say inability, to schedule charging is somewhat of a hindrance. Now, obviously, I've got a flat tariff all throughout the day. I don't have a separate day and night tariff. Now, if you did, this would be annoying because you can't schedule charging with the car. You would have to schedule it on your app, on your home charger. Now, I've got a pod point and it says that I can schedule it, but even when I do schedule it, I plug it straight into the car and it starts charging. So maybe there's a problem with the settings on the pod point, but I'll get to there eventually. One of the things I was most excited about getting an electric car was the remote preconditioning. Now, on the website it states that the car has remote preconditioning, but it doesn't actually exist on this car, which is a massive oversight. So yes, you do have two schedules when you turn the car off, but you can't control it via the app, which now leads me on to this part. One thing I have found really poor with my experience on this car is this app, which does absolutely nothing. Now, when you go to complete the setup, you have to contact your local Audi dealer, but after you do that, this happens. Utterly useless. One thing I have found quite annoying is every time you turn the car on, this message pops up. Now you can see the do not show again is greyed out. If you press it, it says this function is not available for guest users. But I'm not a guest. This is my car. I don't understand why I can't set up user profiles. There's nothing in the user manual, and there's nothing on any of the settings that I can find. So if you have found out how to turn this annoying message off, drop me a comment down below. Now whilst the boot is quite big, it only has this tiny little area to hold a charging cable amongst other things. It would be so much better if there was a dedicated space, such as right under here. Look how much space there is underneath this, and they haven't utilised that for a frunk like on the Tesla. I don't understand. So that's about it for this video. I'm going to leave it there. Now, if there's anything else you want to know about the Audi Q4 e-tron, let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on my journey. I'll see you in another video.